What is up, YouTube? We are back with Schedule 1. Took a little break yesterday to play some Horsey game, had a lot of fun. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it, because I actually had a very fun time playing it. Anyways, we're back with Schedule 1. And today's going to be just a quick little video and stream, because I'm pretty busy today, and I wasn't able to start this video and stream until a bit later today, so we're not going to be here for that long, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get a good amount done before I go. Anyways, get these guys back to work. Let's see, do I need to restock anything? I don't remember what's supposed to be in there. This is all the meth stuff, which we don't need any more of that for a bit. We're missing... Oh, no. No, this is right. Let's get some more of this, though. Let's get some more mixers. We gotta get our iodine, and we gotta get our chili peppers. So let's just go grab that real quick. Let's get the iodine first. I think we needed, like, 40 of these. And I need more money on my card. Damn it. Okay. Perfect. Nope, that's not what I wanted to press. Chili. Let's get 60 of these. Add those to cart. What new things can I even buy for you? Horse semen is not unlocked yet. Neither is Addy. So we gotta wait a little bit longer before we unlock the real shit. Now, let me think. What should our goal be for this video? Probably... Wait, let me see. Downtown isn't unlocked yet. We unlocked this... Reduce cartel influence in Westville to 300 out of 1,000. What are they at right now? I guess I need to unlock these people? So I need to start selling to Dean Webster. Is that right? Okay. Dean, it's not that far from here. We can go say hi to him right now. Why are you guys not working? That's not cooking. You guys are just not working. Okay, what's happening? There's product on the shelves. You are working. Why are you working but the other two aren't? This isn't even doing anything. You're not... Why is the packager not working? Nick. Nick, do your job. Yo. What do I pay you for? Why aren't you working? Nothing for me to... There is quite literally things for you to do right now. What do you mean nothing for you to do? There's so many things for you to do. What? 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 Okay. What do you mean nothing for you to do? Dude, there's so much you can do right now. Are you kidding me? Okay, you know what? I'm figuring that out later. Let's go see what's happening in the storyline right now. We gotta head over to Taco Ticklers. starting to think that this is like some sort of profiling. They stop me every time. Meet the strangers at the parking lot next to Taco Ticklers. The parking lot. You? What up, Thomas? You wanted to meet? Ah, it's you. I'm Thomas. I believe we share a similar line of work. I'd like to apologize for the minor altercation we had earlier involving your RV. We have a rather successful operation here in Highland Point, and we're not keen in sharing the market. However, I'd like to extend you an offer. You will sell us a product on an ongoing basis, 2 to 3 times per week, large quantities at wholesale prices. Additionally, you'll refrain from dealing with customers outside of Northtown and Westville. The rest of Highland Point is our territory. End of story. What's in it for me? In return, we will not blow up any more of your property, and will not harass you in any way. You're free to continue operating your corner of the market as long as you uphold your end of the deal. How much will you pay me? Certainly not market prices, that's for sure. About half of what you'd usually get. We've got to make money somehow, don't we? Anything else? How much do you need? 10 to 15 grams a few times a week. Once we know you're reliable, the quantity will increase. Fuck, if they blew up my bungalow, that'd be a huge setback. Fuck you. Maybe I wasn't clear. You will be working for us. And if you don't, we're going to make your life very, very difficult. Is that clear? I can't disagree again. Crystal clear, and I'll piss off. Yeah, I'll see you around, bitch. Fuck you. It says I'm hostile with the Benzies family. If I just complied, would they have been chilling me? Fuck this guy. You just searched me. Alright, so now I'm in deep shit with the fucking cartel around here. And my workers don't work for me. Everything's just going so good for me right now. Oh my god, you fuckers. Why are you not working? Dude. I can put shit in your inventory? You haven't been paid. You know, that might be a problem, huh? There. But you have been paid, so I don't know why you're not doing anything. Oh, wait. I guess everything does kind of revolve around the chemist, huh? Actually, everybody's kind of a key component here. Whatever. You guys can get to work now. Let's check up on my dealers. You have a ridiculous amount of product on you. So do you. Sort of. I think you can store one more thing on you, though. So let's go ahead and give you some banana gruel. Probably not at home, though, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. Well, if I see her again. Where is she, though? That is not Molly. You know, I was thinking recently, while I was in a class, I was like, well, I guess it's not like an independent thought, and I'm sure it's definitely not an original thought. Actually, I'm most certain that it's not, but like, I think the value that's put on grades, both by the education system and by people themselves, I think is too high. Like, I'm sure, like, you've heard, like, before, like, oh, grades are not, like, they're not, like, you know, everything, right? Like, there are people who are good at getting good grades. that doesn't necessarily mean like they're smart or they know like a lot of information and a lot of the stuff that's being taught in their classes, but they know how to get good grades. And that's all that you really need to get through school, right? Like you just need to get good grades. You get good grades, you get through school. But there's obviously like a difference between being able to get good grades and being able to learn stuff. I hope you see what I'm saying here. Like, for example, you could just know what you need to do for a certain specific teacher to be able to get a... Jeez, this music's loud. Hold on. Okay, now. But yeah, you can know like what a teacher's looking for and like know like what they want. Not necessarily know the material that you're putting or learning or picking up. And then also, why are your eyes glowing? Hi, Molly. Or no, just take it. Let me smoke this. But what was I saying? Like, I think there's too much value put on like how much grades mean for like how intelligent a person is. You know what I mean? And then also that gets transferred to like students who are like they become like obsessed with grades because like school has taught them that grades are everything. They define like your intelligence basically, and they define how far you will get. And I think that's like, especially like from the schools that I've been to, it's been like that pretty much my whole life. And I think it's set like a really, you know, dangerous even like idea of what learning is and like what intelligence really is. Like you'll see like a lot of like, or at least I see like a lot of entrepreneurs, like successful ones, always are like, oh dude, school didn't teach me anything. Or like, I did horrible in school. And not just like entrepreneurs, but even like people who made revolutionary like products and ideas. They either like did horrible in school. Oh, not all of them, obviously. There's, of course, there's exceptions for everything. But like a lot of these people either did bad in school or hated school or like, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Because that's just something I felt like recently. Like, I feel like because me personally, I'm from kind of like a more competitive school where, you know, like everybody, it just feels like I'm surrounded by people who are just geniuses. And I think that has made me feel more like an idiot for like my entire life. And when these people around me are like, they basically assume that I'm stupid compared to them, which I guess, you know, I guess relative to them, they do way better than me. They know a lot more than me. But like, how much does your grade really matter? Like it's like to these people, it's like to the point where it's like, it's their entire character. And it's like, God, that must suck. Like, no offense, or, well, I guess, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say not, I don't mean this personally, but, like, I literally do, I guess, but, like, to me, that just seems like such an odd way to define your life. Like, seriously? You're gonna base your character and like how you judge other people by a letter next to their class? Like, for like, a grade doesn't even define how like intelligent a person is, and there's been like research and studies to prove that. And I'm sure like a lot of these people know that, but like, it's just such an easy way to just like, oh, you didn't get an A in this class? Oh, I got an A in this class. But I got an A in this class. How did you not get an A in this class? Hmm? Hmm? Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Like, how are we still doing this? Like, how do we not understand yet that, like, passing a class is not as easy for one person as it is for another person. Like, some people have to put in a lot more effort to pass a class than another person. And that's just how some people's brains are like wired. And we're still doing this stupid shit where it's like, I got an A in all my classes. I had a 4.0. How did you get a B in this class? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? No, you're stupid. Fuck you. Jeez. Sorry. But no. Just a little rant, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's so absurd and so unfulfilling that people will, I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing it. But like, I just think that grades are not as important as a lot of people make them out to be. Like, they say nothing about your character. They say nothing about you as a person. They basically say nothing about how smart you are. So like, obviously they matter but only to the extent of getting into like colleges that you want to get into, which that's another thing I could talk about for a bit actually. But like, that's all they mean. All they mean is like, will you get into the college that you want? Which sounds like, obviously that's important, sure. But like, is that more important? Like, there are going to be so many more things in your life that are going to be more important than the school you went to. And I know that might sound like, okay, I guess, but like, your character, like, there are like people, first of all, like 10 times more important than like anything. You yourself, you are 10 times more important. What you actually learn and know, 10 times more important than what school you go to. Because honestly, they're not that correlated. You can learn so much information without school. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what school you go to. If you are just trying to consume and learn more information and become smarter, you don't need to go to a prestigious school. You can learn all that on your own. It's just about how willing you are and how much you want to put in the effort into doing it. But that aside, people shouldn't care about grades as much. And I know you've probably heard that from so many people, but like, I don't think it's like something that you can just like that's not like a quote that you can just like brush off, because it's like your entire, like, the first 18 years of your life and more if you went to college are spent just drilling your brain with this idea that your grade and how you do in school will shape your entire life. Which I guess, okay, to an extent that's true, because like, how you're raised and like butterfly effect and like, they all shape like how you think. But like, take that away, your grade will not change. Or fuck, how do I say this? God damn it. Um Fucking hell, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I feel like this happens all the time when I'm fucking talking about shit. Like, I feel like I'm not fucking comprehensible. Like, I feel like I'm too inconsistent with my thinking, and I can't convey myself very easily, and it's like, fucking hell. Whatever. You guys get the main idea of what I'm saying, bro. It wasn't the best TED Talk, but like, at least you have something to go home with. And obviously, like, this is just like my personal opinion. This is how my experiences have shaped me. And it's obviously not for everybody. But I just think there's a lot of people out there who will relate to this sort of feeling that they are inferior to a lot of people just because they don't perform as well in school. And I think that mindset is really harmful. And I hope that somebody hearing this will start to like understand you're not inferior. You're just as human as everybody else, obviously. And I know that sound like obviously, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm human, they're human. But like you're not lesser. You're not lesser of a human. You're not lesser of an intellectual. You're not lesser of a person. Just because of these people who are like 4.0 GPA. Because I feel like that happens a lot. A lot of people try to put you down. Especially in the education system. And I don't mean like just like the staff and like the teachers and stuff like that, but like the students too. Like they try to put you down because it's a competitive environment, obviously. So people are going to put you down. And you can't let that get to you. You can't let that get in your head. And it's kind of hypocritical when I say it because I used to let that get to my head a lot. Where I felt like I was just a complete fucking idiot next to these people. And it just made me give up. I just stopped trying at a certain point. It got to the point where it was like, fuck. I can't even like compete with, like I can't even compare to these people. I mean, like why am I even trying? So I just started like grades started slipping. Like I started like just being on my phone during class. I was just checked out basically. And that is what made me stop learning. I stopped learning things when I let those people who were putting me down actually keep me down. So, and I think a lot of people say they hate school. And I think that translates into being like, I hate learning. But like, realistically, like, humans like receiving and like intaking new information. Like that's just in our nature. But school has made it so it's like, oh, I hate learning. But like you don't hate learning. Like I'm sure if you actually found something that you were interested in, you would enjoy learning. Like you would be like, oh, I love learning. What the hell? This is so much better. I love learning about this. But it's just the school environment doesn't give you that opportunity to find something that you're first passionate about. It doesn't fit the needs of everybody's like learning styles. Oh, sorry, I think I just hit the mic. And it sets up a lot of people for failure when they create such a competitive environment. Obviously, competition can be used in like a healthy amount. Like a healthy amount of competition, good. Too much competition, bad. Obviously, like this is how I think about it. If you have a super highly competitive environment, you are going to produce people who are like, you're going to produce that one person who is at the very top and they're like a prodigy. Like they're the top of the world. But then they had to push down everybody else beneath them in order to, like, they had to climb over bodies to get to that top position. That is what too much competition does. I think a healthy amount of competition benefits everybody and puts everybody at an above average level. Well, I guess average would, you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying here. I hope. Jeez. But yeah. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Does that freak you out when I look into the camera like that? Okay. Well, basically, my message, and I think this is how we're gonna end the video. I know, fucking hell, I didn't even do anything. I just yapped basically, but I'll have better content like tomorrow or something. I just didn't have much time today, and I want to yap about something for a little bit, but I'm gonna end the video on this. My main message of what I'm saying today: ignore grades. That's just that's an example of what my message is. Don't let external factors like grades, like people, don't let them define who you are. They don't know shit about you. The only person who will get close to knowing who you are is you. You are the one person in this entire world who knows you the best. There is nothing. There's no thing, no person, no anything that knows you better than you. So why should you let these external factors, these dipshits, and these stupid metric systems, why are you letting them say who you are? Like, when you think of it like that, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Like, think about this logically. A person tells you, like, if a person goes up to Einstein, right? If he was alive, obviously, and he says, Einstein, you're an idiot. You're fucking stupid, you know that? Einstein is sitting there now, and he's like, no, I'm not. I know I'm not. I know I'm not an idiot, so what is this guy talking about? Like, now you look stupid, because I know that's wrong. I'm not gonna fucking listen to you, you're stupid. You're stupid. I'm not stupid, you're stupid. Like, you see what I'm saying here? Anyways, that's it. That's it for today. See ya.